Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new match review on my channel. Like promised last night, we're going to be bringing you guys this one today. It's Barcelona 5, Leganés 0. It's a triumphant victory for Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, and now we're going to be moving on to those quarterfinals. There's plenty to discuss for this one, so let's get into it. I think a good place to start would be with that team selection. We looked at it in the preview. We said, could we see some rotations? You know, we've got the Levante game on the weekend. We just had quite an energy-sapping game away at Valencia that certainly would have taken a lot out of the players. They got chased around a lot that game. But the team selection from Setien, it was really, really strong again. It was essentially the best lineup I think we have right now with the players currently available. So that's a big statement from him. He wants to go for this cup, but also I think mainly for Setien, he just wants to get his team how he wants it. He wants all the best players playing as much as they possibly can together and implementing his tactics into that. So he wants, you know, a strong Barcelona. He wants us ready and where we need to be as quickly as possible because, you know, towards the end of the month we've got Napoli away, we've got Real Madrid away, so it is going to get harder for Setien, and these matches here are crucial to get things right. So Setien, he went very strong here. Also, I think what was key was some of the players. He started, Longley started, Vidal started, Semedo started. They all brought us a lot more than what we've been seeing in previous weeks. And there's certainly players that simply have to be getting involved more in this Barcelona side, in my opinion. Especially the likes of Longley, you know, and I think he's an absolute must at the back if we are going to be doing anything this season. And also the formation, guys. He went for a 4-3-3. It works so much better. It looks better in pretty much every other department. There were certain things, you know, the lack of effort, the lack of intensity that hurt us a little bit at times, but in terms of the actual formation and positional play, it was so much better in the 4-back. And honestly, I don't think the back three, if he's going to do it like that, should ever really be used again. And also, guys, I think something needs to be addressed is maybe a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow version, guys. I know we addressed that in the preview, but I think, you know, if Ansu Fati, if he does need a rest, which I think he does, and the fact that we haven't got anyone in this January, I think that we need to, you know, maybe adapt it so we only have two strikers, and that also allowed us Busquets, De Jong, Vidal, and Artemelo to all play in the same midfield at the same time, which could be really, really key for us going forward. If we start, guys, with the match action, though, we started really, really well. I was impressed. The 4-3-3, it was already in very good use, in my opinion. It was a nice little build-up between Messi and Semedo down the right-hand side, and it's good from Nelson. You know, we want to see him getting down that right. He cuts it back, and that's what we want to be seeing him do. You know, sometimes Roberto, when he gets into the final third, is much more accurate, but Semedo had a really, really good game under Setien today, and certainly proved his point, and I think we could be seeing a lot more of him in the future, which is obviously great to hear and great to see, because certainly rumours of him leaving 24/7 at the club these days. But he cuts it back to Griezmann. It's a good first touch with his left, and it's a good finish with his right. He's got to be doing more of that, Griezmann, getting in and around the 6-yard box, taking on shots and putting them in the corner. We know he can do it, and it's another goal for Griezmann to open the scoring. It's what we want him to be doing. He basically got a second about 4 minutes later. It was, again, brilliant play. Messi with a typical ball over the top to Jordi Alba. He cuts it back. Vidal gets his shot saved by the keeper. Griezmann scores the rebound, and they ruled out for offside. They took about 3 or 2 minutes or so, you know, reviewing it on VAR. It looked on to me, but they only showed one replay for about 4 seconds. Didn't show us anything for the rest of the time, so that was quite dodgy. I don't know what was going on there. To me, I think it was onside. They ruled it out. Thankfully today it didn't matter, but that was very, very odd in my opinion. Longley then got a goal just before the half-hour mark. It was a good corner from Messi, and we have been good from the near-post corners this year. You know, we've got Griezmann a header against Villarreal earlier on in the month, around September time, and that was a great header there by Longley. You know, he tips it on towards the back post. Very satisfying goal, very slick header there from Longley, and also deserves goal for him. He has to start, in my opinion, and he thankfully did today and got a very, very important goal. But for me, guys, the rest of the second half, it was very, very poor. It really was. There was a lack of intensity. The low crowd, it wouldn't have helped that. You know, it felt very almost pre-season-esque. There wasn't a lot of intensity. No one's really seemed to be taking that much care, and there wasn't that much desire. There wasn't any fight. You know, yes, Leganés, they weren't exactly posing much of a threat either, and yes, we've got another game on Sunday evening, and this game was pretty much done after those 2 goals. But for a Barcelona team, guys, we want to be going at it. This is what we did a lot under Valverde. You know, we got 2 goals, we've stopped. Under Setien, we've got to make sure that we bring back the old sensations, else what was the point of getting rid of Valverde in the first place? Because if Setien is going to bring the results and not the good football, that's not what we're here for. So we need to see an increase in intensity, in my opinion. There were so many spells in this game where literally nothing was happening. If you left the room, you wouldn't have missed anything. And under Enrique and Pep Guardiola, we never saw this. We never saw these little lulls in the game where nothing happened. So in my opinion, that has to change in the future, and I'm hoping that Setien will be able to implement that. And the second half wasn't too dissimilar, actually. We were definitely more clinical, and we got 3 more goals, but I don't think the football was that good. We were quite slick and effective in the final third. There was definitely some good moves in there, but the overall play of the team was, again, quite lackluster, quite lethargic. But we did get the third goal. Messi broken behind, good ball from De Jong. He got a bit lucky in the end, but the ball does indeed deflect into the corner. Then it's Arthur Melo got on the score sheet. He came off the bench, and Fati got played, and I was hoping he got a goal. He needed one. He's been low on confidence. He's not having his finest moment, and that is to be expected from a guy who's basically 16 years old. So yeah, he had his shot saved, Messi had his shot blocked off the line, and Arthur Melo bundles in. I don't think he was that good off the bench, Arthur, but I'm hoping a goal can get a bit of his confidence, a bit of his form back. That could be key for us. He definitely is a key player in Setien's system for the future, in my opinion. And then we also got the 5th goal to make it 5-0 there. Good ball from Rakitic off the bench. Messi, very, very good goal, rounds the goalkeeper, and it was quite a tight angle, and he was a bit off balance, but he lifts it into the roof of the net. Very good, very, very good finish, and it was really good. We got the 5 goals in the end, clean sheet through to the next round, and that's obviously great to see. That's what we wanted from this game, of course. We wanted it to be efficient, we wanted it to be slick, and that's what we got. But for me, with Setien as our manager, we definitely want to see more. There are certainly still some worries for me, but having said that, it's early days. I'm not ripping into Setien at all. I think he's doing a great job. He's still making so many changes to this team that we needed to make after Valverde's departure. It's just whether the players can do it. Do we have enough attackers in this squad? Is the defence going to be solid enough for some games? We looked a bit exposed in the first half at times today. There was no real cover from the midfield in front of the back line. Is PK up to it? Semedo had to cover for the defence quite a few times yesterday night. And in general, are the players fit enough, and do they have the desire to stop these little 30-minute spells where actually nothing happens in the games? Setien, he's got to make sure he has enough authority to cut that out of the players. That's going to be a key as the season goes on, in my opinion. He's got to keep on putting trust in his own ideas, putting them through to the players, and more importantly, they've got to trust him. The next games are going to be absolutely key for us to implement his style even more, and there's plenty more to come from Setien, believe me. So, yeah, guys, we've got Levante now on Sunday evening. That's going to be at the Camp Nou again. It's a quick turnaround. We've got to be ready for that. We've got to be fit for that. We're into training again this morning, which is great to see, and we've got to be ready to handle a game that is going to be a tough one. Levante will pose us way more problems than Leganés did. I promise you that. It's going to be a different sort of game. Should be more of a full Camp Nou. I'm expecting more around 60 or 70,000 this time as opposed to 40, so there's going to be an extra 20 or 30,000 fans in the stadium for this one, and I'm hoping a better intensity. We've also got the Copa del Rey quarter-final draw coming up today. By the time this video's up, you guys probably actually know what it is, but right now I don't know what we've got coming up. I'm hoping for a nice easy game at home, but then again, guys, it is the quarterfinals. We're going to be struggling to find easy games at this stage in the competition, but we've got to start being ready for anything that could hit us right now, guys, and make sure that we don't just win our home games against easy sides, because if we're just going away every time and knowing we're going to lose, then we've got a big issue under Setien. So plenty to come. We've got a favourable schedule coming up, in my opinion. A lot of home games. Setien, he's got to get used to that. He's got to get some more away games under his belt and convincing performances away from home. Real Betis, that's a big chance for that against his former side. We've got to win that, in my opinion, and right now that is looking like an unlikely place where we're actually going to go and win, but time to make a statement, really is. And also, guys, in the cup, whoever we get, it could be a hard draw. It could be Real Madrid away, Valencia away, Sociedad away. It could get nasty. We've got to make sure we're up for it. Let's make sure we can beat these sides away from home. Let's make sure we can beat everyone, guys. Plenty more to come from Setien. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below on this game. It was a cracker. In terms of goals, performance needs to improve a little bit, in my opinion. Plenty more to come. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.